Most people who shopped at Morrison's grocery on Fletcher Avenue knew Yuri as the quiet stock boy. 47 years old, always polite, spoke broken English, kept his head down. The elderly ladies liked him because he helped them reach high shelves. The managers liked him because he never complained. But nobody really knew him. Nobody asked about the faded tattoos on his forearms or why his eyes constantly scanned every entrance. Until the day a gang decided to rob the store. Yuri loved the morning shift. It started at 6 a.m., 2 hours before the store opened. He'd unpack cargo, stock shelves, check price tags. Quiet, repetitive, safe work. Nobody yelled at him. Nobody tested him. Just cans, cereals, detergents. Aisle 3, aisle 7, aisle 12. Everything orderly, everything under control, exactly how he wanted it. It was 7:30 a.m. The store had just opened. One of the first customers was Mrs. Martinez, 82 years old, kind smile, walking with a cane. She came every Tuesday. Yuri always helped her. "Good morning, Yuri," she said with her Spanish accent. "Can you reach the bread on the top shelf today?" "Of course, Mrs. Martinez," Yuri said, reaching up to grab the whole grain loaf. The woman thanked him and wheeled her cart toward the bakery section. Yuri returned to stocking shelves. An ordinary morning. Until the door chimed. The automatic doors opened. 4 young men entered, all wearing ski masks. One held a black pistol, another carried a pump-action shotgun. The third rushed to the counter, the fourth locked the door. "Everyone down," the armed leader shouted. "Nobody move." "This is a robbery," customers screamed. The cashier raised her hands in the air. Yuri froze. But something inside him was waking up. Something familiar, something dangerous. Yuri's mind analyzed in 2 seconds. 4 armed men, 2 inexperienced, hands shaking, unbalanced when they moved. Leader experienced, calm, controlled. 4th man just a guard. Weapons, 1 real pistol. Shotgun looks real but barrel's short, probably illegal sawed-off. Risk, high. But there are children here, elderly people, Mrs. Martinez. Yuri's hand slowly went to his pocket. No phone, no weapon, just a box cutter. Enough? It had to be. The leader shouted at the cashier, "Open the register." Now, the young cashier, a college student, tried trembling to open it, but her fingers forgot the code. "Faster!" The leader pointed his gun at her. The cashier started crying. That's when Mrs. Martinez tried to move her shopping cart. The wheel squeaked. The 4th man, door guard, turned around. "I said don't move." He walked toward the elderly woman, grabbed her arm roughly. Mrs. Martinez groaned in pain. "Let her go." Everyone turned. Yuri was standing. No mask, no fear, just a cold, calm stare. The 4th man laughed. "What did you say, old man?" "I said, let her go," Yuri repeated. This time his English accent heavier, but his voice harder. "You're just a stock boy," the 4th man shouted, still gripping Mrs. Martinez's arm. Yuri walked forward slowly. "I am not just a stock boy." The 4th man released Mrs. Martinez and walked toward Yuri. "Back off or—" He couldn't finish the sentence. Yuri's hand moved quickly, pressed the box cutter against the man's wrist. He dropped the weapon, then an elbow strike knocked the man to the floor. 3 seconds, silent, efficient. The leader turned in shock. "What?" Yuri picked up the 4th man's gun, emptied it, threw the pieces on the floor. Then he looked at the leader. "Now, you." The leader pointed his gun at Yuri. "One more step and I'll shoot you." Yuri stopped, but his eyes remained calm. "I don't think you will." "Why not?" "Because if you'd actually shot someone before, you wouldn't be holding that gun so shaky." The leader's hand was indeed trembling. Yuri continued. "You're a kid. Maybe 23, 24 years old. This is your first robbery. Your family needs money. Or you have debt, but you're not a killer." The leader hesitated. "I'm not your enemy," Yuri said. "But if you stay here, police will come. And then your life is over. Leave, now." "Without money?" "Without money, but free." The leader looked back. His friends looked scared. Even the 2nd man holding the shotgun had raised his hands in the air. Finally, the leader lowered his gun. "Screw this. Let's go." The 4 men ran to the door, opened it, burst outside. Their car was waiting in the parking lot. 10 seconds later, they were gone. The store was silent. Then someone started clapping. then another, then everyone. Mrs. Martinez was crying but smiling. The cashier stared at Yuri in shock. The manager came running from his office. "Yuri!" "My God, what happened? Police are on their way." Yuri just nodded. His hands were shaking. The adrenaline was dropping now. "They're all gone. Nobody hurt." 10 minutes later, the sound of police cars arrived. 2 officers entered, began taking statements. Yuri explained everything, briefly, directly. One of the officers, an experienced-looking man, questioned Yuri's movements. "Mr. Shevchenko, where did you learn this disarming technique?" Yuri paused. Then, "Ukraine." "I was soldier." The officer nodded. "I see. We're lucky you were here." The next day, local news channels broadcast the story. Grocery store employee stops armed robbery. Yuri's photo was on screens. This was attention he didn't want. But customers came to thank him. Flowers, cards, gifts. One man shook his hand. "Thank you, man. You're a hero." Yuri smiled, a sad smile. "Not hero. Just wanted to protect people." By the weekend, the manager called Yuri into his office. "Yuri, I need to talk to you." Yuri worried, thought he'd be fired. But the manager smiled. "I want to make you security manager. Better pay, better position. What do you say?" Yuri was surprised. "I don't know. I'm just shelf stocker." "No," the manager said. "You're much more than that." And everyone saw it. Yuri accepted the offer. Now he wasn't just stocking shelves. He was protecting the store, training employees, keeping customers safe. And for the first time, he felt useful in America. He was seen. He wasn't just an immigrant worker anymore. He was a protector. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe. Write in the comments. What would you do in such a situation? Sometimes heroes don't come in capes. They come in green grocery vests.